morning, everybody. Here we are at the Creative Expo in Burbank, California. It's the second day of the show. We're over here to check out to see what RorkeData has for us. They've got their Aurora product, which we're going to check out. They also have Flavoursys StrawBerry project management software, which we're very interested in. We're very excited to hear about it. Leaf is going to give us an overview of StrawBerry software to start out with. So, Leaf, why don't you tell us about StrawBerry software and how it works out for Avid people, Final Cut, and Adobe users?
What its real killer app is it allows you now to take Avids, if you've got a large StoreNext or Xsan environment and you're looking for alternatives for NLEs, this gives you an opportunity to take your Avids that were historically very difficult to put onto a file level SAN without a Unity type of solution, and allow you to put multiple Avids onto your pre-existing SAN. So what the asset or what the product does is really is a bin management software or a bin locking software for Avids. So when you hook up an Avid to an Xsan or to a StoreNext, it's really easy to hook up one of them. But once you hook up 2 or 3 or 4, all of those Avids want to fight for that root of that volume set. So what this does is create a virtual volume for each Avid that comes up. And its added value is now I can do searches on those bins and import them into my Avid projects very easily, and it helps me as a facility manager control who has what, when they have it, so that I'm not digging through finders or digging through directories to try to find particular products. So it's basically, on the back end, a virtual volume management. On the front end, it's a really high-end Finder or Explorer type product. And then I'm able to add metadata to this on the fly. It has a very simple Google search that I can just come in and type blah blah, oops, H. And then the clip that had that metadata in it, which I can type in freely and I can add to this information. I can come in and say, hey, this is the good one, this is the sunset, this is the one where the car drives by. So it's really editor friendly as far as how I think visually, as opposed to the sort of S number 7 job number type environment that you would normally track down projects. So that's something that can grow with it. And then when I open that project or find that bin, it's added to my primary project in Avid as an extra. And every time I open up that project, it's going to pull in all those other units. So it makes it really friendly and manageable in that manner.
So what, does it run on a server of some kind? I mean, how do you set this thing up? How do you bring it into your facility, add users? Say I got 5 users, what do I need to do? Do I need like a metadata controller?
It's so you've got your Xsan or your StoreNext, so you've already got your metadata controller, and what this becomes is basically another client on that layer. So it's got Fiber Channel, you'll add a C to Xsan or StoreNext to it. In this case it's a Linux server, so you'll add a level of StoreNext to that, and then it goes out and catalogs what's on that SAN and reviews it, and then as you move forward, as it grows.
So it's like it's a quick install. I mean, you can bring a server in and put it on your Xsan in an hour and then leave it overnight. It would just index all the material on your Xsan, and you come in the next day and you're able to search through all that material, start projects. Now, I guess you can also assign rights and create sub-projects, sub-users, groups,
you can create what we call teams. So in a TV station you might have news, sports, editorial, community, and you can create certain teams that, hey, these are the projects or bins that you have access to, and then on the fly you can add other teams to other teams so that they can share access. So you don't have people going in through other people's stuff and digging through and deleting stuff.
So what kind of storage can be in the back end of this? I mean, is it storage agnostic? Can you pretty much just
It's storage agnostic. So, if you've got an Xsan that's made up a bunch of X-Rays or Promise VTEX, it doesn't really care about that. All it really ends up being is another client on the SAN.
Right, okay, cool. So you also have we have the Aurora product here as well, which is what they're demoing the system on today. So I know a little bit about the Aurora. It's got its own internal metadata controller. It's got its own storage. They make it in different form factors, 24, 32, 16 bay.
12, 24, 36.
12, 24, 36. So we have the Aurora product here, and we know that it comes in a bunch of different form factors. What are the form factors for the Aurora product?
12, 24, and 36.
Right. Okay. And so it has its own metadata controller built in.
Well,
is that how it runs the file system?
In this case, yes. One of the unique things about the Aurora is it's more of an appliance than a hardware RAID. We're running a software RAID engine, and it's based off of a Linux Red Hat Enterprise operating system. So with that, anything that I can load into Linux, I can load into that. So our basic model is just a storage device. Hook it up to your XAN, hook it up to your StorNext, hook it up to your FiberJet, SAN-MP, MetaSAN, whatever. It's just a device out into your network. What makes it really unique is because, unlike any other sort of ASIC-based RAID controller, it's my driving engine is Linux, so I'm able to install other applications into it as I see fit, which makes it more of an appliance. And in this situation, for our demo purposes, we've got our Aurora RAID engine, plus we've got our HyperFS SAN software as a metadata controller installed in it, plus we have our StrawBerry server installed in it as well. So this is a whole turnkey package as far as the system is concerned.
The StrawBerry server is running on this. You also have an operating system for the storage itself.
Our HyperFS file system.
So you have HyperFS running.
And then there's the RAID engine running in there as well.
And the RAID engine for the drive. So it's all self-contained in here. All right, so hey, thanks a lot, Lee. We really appreciate it. Thanks for giving us all the information, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.
Alrighty, thank you.
All right, over and out.